something hilarious. Ruthie Ward is just in case we're going past the Milky Way, she's gonna blend it, but check this out.
I'm really gonna blend it.
We're outside Hope NYC Church on April 8th, checking out the solar eclipse. This is the first full solar eclipse in several years. 2017, I think, was the last one. And it's not an ordinary one. I've been talking about it for quite a while. You know what's funny to me is how every religion in the world, I'm talking Islam and Judaism and Christianity and Hinduism, and all of the religions are citing this as a sign. But it's not just the religions of the world, but science itself. Today in Switzerland, the Hadron Collider was started up again, and the scientists in Switzerland say they don't know exactly what's going to happen when they start accelerating the speed of particles and bumping them into each other. So if you guys don't know why this one is so significant, the fact that it's passing through the United States in 7 cities called Nineveh, the fact that this is one of those signs of the prophet Jonah, and you don't know what that means, you probably need to go back and watch these podcasts right here, because they'll tell you exactly what we've been saying. So we just found out that the last time there was a full solar eclipse, it lasted 2 minutes and 14 seconds. This one is going to last 4 minutes and 28 seconds. Not just double the time of the last one, but 7 by 4 is 28. You guys know that 4 is a very significant number in this year. It's about Dalet being the door. And just to clear up, some of you that think this is numerology, it's not. It's Gematria, which is the Hebrew, the Jewish way of looking at numbers that have meanings. The whole Hebrew alphabet, the Aleph-Bet, is all a numerical kind of alphabet, symbolism and numbers. The Bible says that God put the sun and the moon in the sky for signs and for seasons and for times. And I think the church has lost the ability to look for the signs of God. And I know what many people think. Jesus said an evil and adulterous generation looks for a sign, and so they don't look for signs. I got news for the church. We are already that generation. And that's why he said there'll be no sign for them save the sign of the prophet Jonah. What was that sign? As he was in the belly of the earth for 3 days, so Jesus was in the belly of the earth. But that wasn't the only sign. Jonah went to Nineveh, and on that day that he was thrown up from a fish, which, by the way, would have been very important to the Assyrian people, that a man came out of a fish, because they worshiped the fish god. Really cool, right? There was a total solar eclipse on that day as well. So right now we have a little bit of cloud cover, but it's more than halfway through the eclipse at this point, and we'll try to show you as much as we can based on the kind of cloud coverage we have in New York. There you have it. That's the Great American Solar Eclipse of 2024. It's a big deal for us here at Hope NYC, as you can tell. And if you want to know what that means, so what, Pastor Sharo? There was a solar eclipse. I wish that you wouldn't just let it go by. You wouldn't just let it be a thing that happened, but you will pay attention to what the Lord is saying. You might say, is he really speaking, or was that just a coincidence? Let me tell you it this way. The other religions of the world, especially Eastern religions, are paying attention. And if we as believers are the only ones that do not pay attention when God says that the moon and the stars and the sun are for signs, seasons, and times, then what are we really doing? So what is the Lord trying to say? I think that in the next few months and maybe in the next few years, you'll realize that today marked the beginning of something very different in our earth. Things are about to change as we know it. I firmly believe that God is speaking, and as His people, we should be listening. I love you, and don't you ever forget that if God called you, no one can uncall you. And you don't need a pulpit, you just need a message. Bye-bye. And there goes the sun with the perfect light for a video.